Morning, folks. We're going to do something a bit different today. We're starting first in the house, and we're going to do some egg tasting. I'm going to do my best to describe the texture and the taste. And for all you people who've never tasted any of these eggs, I've never tasted a turkey egg, which is this one. So that's going to be a first for me. This one is a goose egg. See how big it is? This one here is a duck egg. This one is the turkey, and it's speckled too, eh? You see it? It's very cool. And then we have a Rhode Island red egg, and we have a black leghorn egg, which is a little bit smaller, so I included it as well. And then my darling here is gonna crack them open. We're gonna see how they look, and then she's gonna scramble them up with some onions because that's the way I like to eat my eggs. Okay, so she's first gonna crack the goose egg since that's the biggest. The shell is actually really rigid and tough. You have to do a little bit of work to crack it properly. It's almost like it's a double yolker. Look at that. Good luck. We're doing a video today and you crack the goose egg and there's kind of two yolks. That's very cool. Look how big it is. That's a huge, huge yolk. And you see, even though the egg is so big, the white is a lot less than the yolk. Very cool. Okay, we're gonna keep this aside. What she's gonna do is she's gonna cook these separate. Now it'd be nice if it was a fried egg, but for me personally, I like scrambled eggs, so that's how she makes them for me. She's got a duck egg right here. You can pretty well see the difference in the color of the yolk. The goose egg is very dull yellow, but the duck egg is kind of like a bright yellow. Here we go. Here's a turkey egg. Oh, that's nice. It looks like it has a thick egg white. It's almost like it's a different color, like the white part is not a typical white. Like this is white, that's like clear. This is a bit opaque, but that one, it's kind of like a opaque, maybe a translucent white. And the yolk for the turkey is pretty well the same color as the duck, but you can see the duck yolk is huge. That's why duck eggs are great for baking. But this yolk on a turkey egg is similar to a chicken egg. Mm-hmm. So these are the two chicken eggs. This is the brown one. This is the white one. They're kind of similar size yolk, even though the white one was a lot smaller. But it looks to me that this chicken, and turkey look alike. The duck and the goose look alike, and that's interesting. It's interesting because the duck and the goose, those are actual waterfowl birds. And then the turkey and the chicken, they are actually poultry birds. So it makes a lot of sense that the eggs and the yolk and the white are very similar. So what my darling's gonna do here is she's gonna cook these up scrambled with some green onions, because that's my favorite way to eat eggs. She's gonna actually fry them all up. She'll fry them up separately and we'll be able to see the color after it's scrambled. You see, my darling has a little container with all the green onions already prepared because we eat eggs regularly. Obviously, we don't have to buy eggs. We have a constant supply, so it's a big part of our diet. But she also adds red onions as well because that gives the sweet onion flavor. Look at the goose. The goose egg is huge. You okay? You want some eggs? Hey, you want to taste some eggs? You can't have onions, though. Onions are no good for you. They're only good for me, okay? This is the goose that she cooked up first. All she's got in there is the red onion, a little bit of green onion, and she puts pepper because I like pepper. That's my preference. She used a little bit of olive oil, a little bit of margarine, and that's it. Nothing else added. So you can see just the one goose egg makes like a lot. It's like if you were eating scrambled eggs for breakfast with a goose, you just need one egg. So here we go. This is the goose. This is the duck. So we put the waterfowl on the same plate. And this is the way I like to eat my eggs. Sometimes I'll put ketchup on it or something, or I might add more pepper because I like the pepper. But I always eat eggs like this. This is pretty well the only way I eat eggs. And that's just me. Okay, let's give the goose a taste. I have tasted goose egg before. I like it just fine. You can see it's got nice coloration, right? It's not very yellow. It's kind of a whitish color. And of course, when you make this kind of a recipe with eggs that has the green onion and the red onion and a little bit of pepper, it's like it makes the flavor A1. You see, it's very fluffy, even though it's a goose egg, very fluffy. It's a little bit more dense than chicken if I was to try to explain the differences between the two. It's almost like it's thicker, you know, like it's just more dense, more compact. But I like goose eggs just fine. I could eat goose eggs. Who needs chicken eggs when you could eat goose eggs? Now this side here is the duck egg. Now the duck egg looks very similar to the goose egg. I'm sure it has a similar texture, you know, it's kind of dense. It's kind of slightly rubbery when you eat it. See, the flavor's so full of flavor when you cook it with the onions. Honestly, if you gave me these eggs and you gave it to me the way it is, I put ketchup on it, or I just ate it as is, or I ate it with some bacon and some hash browns, you wouldn't even know the difference, truthfully. I know there's a difference because I've eaten these eggs before. The only egg I haven't eaten before is turkey, so that's the one I'm looking forward to tasting. It's a good breakfast, though. This is a breakfast of champions. Hey, I better wait until I get the turkey egg, because if I finish that, I'll be done. Okay, so she's finished with the chicken and the turkey. Check it out. So this, we combined the two chicken eggs. Look how yellow the scramble turns out to be. But this one is the turkey egg, and you see the difference in the color? It's almost whitish, or maybe like a very dull or a pale yellow. The chicken egg is super yellow. It's just interesting when you actually see it side by side, you know? I'm gonna go ahead and taste the turkey egg. This is the first time I am ever tasting turkey eggs. Kind of tastes like chicken eggs. Yeah. Let me taste the chicken egg. And our chicken eggs are A1 top-notch flavor. These have no additives, you know? Fully organic eggs. Look at that. Look at the yellow coloring of that. See? It's so nice. Light, fluffy, flavorful, and the pepper, the fresh ground pepper just gives it that little bit of pop that I like. So honestly, I could eat any one of these eggs on a regular basis without even a second thought. You know, if we didn't have any chicken eggs on hand and we had a few duck eggs, it's like my darling could cook that up for me, and I probably wouldn't even know the difference. Now, that's just me, but this is actually an interesting exercise, even for me, to see it side by side, you know? Gotta have lots of energy for when we go to the farm. All that's missing is some Canadian bacon. If I was to say anything about the difference between those eggs, maybe the goose and the duck egg is just a little bit more dense and a little bit more earthy tasting. Not earthy in a bad way, just a little bit more gamey, you know, like it almost has a slight wild flavor, but just very, very slight. Once you put your onions in there, you wouldn't even know the difference, I'm telling you. Try it. Try it.